Thanks to our friends at The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Check out the link below, fool.com/The Smattering, to get access to the 10 best stocks to buy right now. We recently did a video looking at Pinterest. It's been really disappointing, and we're still waiting for the turnaround to happen. And is it time to sell shares there? Today, we're going to be talking about Meta Platforms, the Facebook and Instagram owner. Is it time to sell Facebook? This is a totally different story. The stock is up almost 50% 6 weeks into the year. Even with the stock price up so much, there's a question about whether the business has done anything to really earn that kind of a gain. We're going to talk about whether or not maybe it's time to sell Meta Platforms. I'm Jason Hall. This is The Smattering, joined by Jeff Santoro. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jason. So yeah, let's talk about some of the big numbers that came out of this quarter, and then we can kind of make a decision on whether or not it's time to sell. So the first thing that jumped out to me, and this has been the news around Meta for a while now, is the crazy amount of money that they're spending investing in the metaverse. So they have their Reality Labs segment of the business, which is separate from the family of apps, right? The Facebook and the Instagram and the WhatsApp and all that. So the Reality Labs operating margin for fiscal year 2022 was a negative margin of 635%. And that's even worse than last year, which was 448%. So this company is burning cash investing in the metaverse. And if it pays off and the metaverse becomes what they think it will be, this will have been a fantastic decision and a fantastic stock to have owned. But if it doesn't, they're burning a lot of money on something that we don't really know if it's going to pan out. So that's something that everyone needs to be aware of right off the bat.
Yeah, I think you kind of nailed like the big, here's kind of the risk for Meta is as much as founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg has talked about this being 2023 being the year of efficiency. And yes, Meta did lay off a bunch of workers. It's doing things to cut costs. The company's still committed to spending billions and billions of dollars on Reality Labs, right? It's not particularly trimming that part of its budget by any substantial amount. It will spend more on CapEx this year than any other year in the company's history, except last year, right? So if you look at the bigger context, you're exactly right. There is still going to be a tremendous amount of money that's spent to develop the next big thing. Maybe this is the thing that kind of can allay some of the concerns. This is still a cash cow business, right? The ad business is still very profitable. It's still growing its users at a modest level, right? There's some growth there. And this is still kind of the weak, a bit of a weak point in the ad cycle, particularly the Meta still kind of paying the price from the privacy changes that Apple made that really impacted the value of the data and its ability to track users and really measure how effective its ads were. It's lost that edge, but it's getting close to the point where it's going to kind of lap that impact. And we're going to start seeing more of maybe a true value of the ad platform.
Yeah. And they're going to have to figure that piece out just like everyone else is, right? So like Apple made those changes, and they don't just impact Facebook or Meta, right? They impact any advertising business that was tracking our data the old way. 25% of the world's population uses Facebook. They have 2 billion daily active users. There's like 8 million people on the planet. So, you know, if advertising comes back even a little bit, or if advertising sees a boom, or, you know, they're still going to just print money just off of that part of the business. The question really comes down to,
do you want to see them continue to incinerate it in something that may not generate an economic return?
Right. That's what it boils down to. Will the Reality Labs spending slow? And if not, how long can they burn whatever it is each quarter on Reality Labs spending? Like, that's what it boils down to.